Okay, guys, some of you are confused about how to do this 1.1.7 status report. So I'm going to walk through how to do it with you. Okay, feel free to mute me. You don't have to keep the volume on. So go to your Google Classroom page for Biomed. Click from Stream over to Classwork. Go to the 1.1.7 status report and open that up. Okay, so the first thing we're going to go over is the location of each piece of evidence. Let's see, the hair sample was at the crime scene. On the sweater, the digital evidence, the phone, crime scene. Blood testing, well, the blood came from the crime scene, so that's what we're going to say. For all of these, actually. They were all found at the crime scene, the location of the evidence. The only thing that varies is where within the crime scene. But we'll put crime scene, and that'll be good enough. And let's see, DNA evidence again. Okay. All the evidence was found at the crime scene other than the statements from the people of interest. Next, the test conducted. Okay. We did the polygraph. We tried to do that with the heart rate monitors, but we had the data from the people of interest. The fingerprints, we did a fingerprint analysis. The hair sample, we looked at through a microscope, and the fancy way of saying that is microscopic analysis. The digital evidence, we did a digital forensic analysis. Basically means we snooped through her phone. Blood testing, we did the Kastle-Myers test. That was just the test that confirmed that it was indeed blood. Blood typing, we did a blood type test. Okay, blood spatter test. Blood spatter analysis. And then DNA evidence, what we did, remember we put the samples in the gel and we ran an electric current through it. That's called electrophoresis. Okay, those were the tests we did. Those were the different labs we did through the course of Unit 1.1. So let's go back up to the top to the analysis, which is really just the results of the lab. So let's see. The polygraph, I believe most classes said that Eric and Dominique seemed to be lying. Your answers may vary. You might want to check page 4 in your lab journal. Fingerprints, there was the note that had Eric's, and there was the glassware, and that was Anna's. The hair at the scene was Eric's. Remember, we looked through the microscopes, and the one from the crime scene matched Eric's. Digital evidence, what we got from that is an approximate time of death. And something else I'm going to include that I didn't in class when I gave you guys this one was she was taking something for a headache because she got that head injury in soccer practice. Those were the big things, I think. So were all of the red samples found at the scene blood? Yes. And they were all samples from the scene were type A blood. the same as Anna, Eric, I think it was Dominique. Could be wrong. And then spatter, the blood fell from the height of the lab counter, 90-degree angle, or straight down. Like straight down forms a 90-degree angle. And then finally, the electrophoresis, the results weren't good for everybody, but what I hope you found was that it was Anna's DNA at the scene. Okay? So that's it. We learned everything we can looking at the evidence at the scene. The next step for us is to run an autopsy on Anna. Okay? So get this done and turned in.